Hey there, I'm Dr. Charlene, and I am going to talk about something that is probably a very unpopular opinion. So we are going to talk about Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide, and the GLP-1 drug. This has come up twice just in the last few days that I've had people approach me about this drug, and they're telling me what a great wonder drug it is and all these things. And I have to tell you, I've done a bunch of research and I think it's garbage. I really do. There's two other classes of medications that I really detest, and those are statin drugs, cholesterol lowering drugs, and PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, which help people with heartburn, but usually they're causing more harm than they are good. And that's how I feel about this semaglutide drug, this Ozempic drug. Again, this is not a popular opinion, and here's a few reasons why I think it's really terrible and you should avoid it. And then I want to talk about kind of the underlying subconscious things that are going on with this horrible drug. So I made myself a list of all of the things, not even all, just some of the things that I could find reputable research on why and how this drug is bad for all of us, for anybody taking it, unless you are absolutely in need, you have type 2 diabetes, and your doctor thinks this is going to be the best solution for you. But if you don't fit that mold, those people that this drug was really invented for, then don't take it. So some common side effects that come with semaglutide or the Ozempic drug are nausea and vomiting. Okay, that's, pretty common for most medications, honestly. Pancreatitis. Your pancreas gets inflamed. And I want to talk about that in a couple minutes after I get through some of these other items, but I'll talk about kind of the mechanism that's probably working behind why Ozempic creates pancreatitis. Diarrhea. Fun. Constipation. About just as fun as diarrhea. And again, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation. These are really common side effects for most drugs. So, not the worst things that can happen, but definitely probably don't make life very pleasant. Abdominal pain. Again, one of those things may not kill you, but may not be lovely to deal with. Gastroparesis. I had to go back and double check the meaning of this to make sure I had it right, because when I read that Ozempic causes gastroparesis, I was like, I must be remembering this term wrong, and I wasn't. It is paralysis of the stomach. It causes your stomach to be paralyzed. Come on, that is not good. And then with a little bit further digging, other things that can happen are rapid weight loss that lead to hormone imbalances, like changes in your cycle. Hair loss, that happened in not a ton, but 3% of people, whereas the placebo only caused hair loss in 1% of people. So it's 3 times higher. So there is a potential that you could end up with losing hair. And for kids 12 and over, so 12 to 18-year-olds, they had an even higher chance of hair loss compared to placebo. And then my real big favorites, my favorite side effects from this horrible, horrible drug. We'll come back to pancreatitis again in a minute. Gallbladder disease, so gallstones, and then further complications with gallbladder issues leading to a removal of the gallbladder, which in itself is just so damaging to the body because it's such a useful organ. And then my favorite, thyroid cancer. Ozempic is leading to thyroid cancer. And I know I specialize with patients who have Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid condition and often leads to unexplained weight gain and difficulty losing weight. So if you have a thyroid problem, if you have a thyroid condition and you think it's a good idea to take Ozempic to lose weight, then you are sadly mistaken. I think that you would be heading on a very, very dangerous path when there are ways to lose weight if you have an underactive thyroid or Hashimoto's, and I'm not going to tell you it's easy. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that, oh, it's really simple, but it's so much safer if you do it without the assistance of this drug. And let's circle back to pancreatitis real quick. This drug, semaglutide, GLP-1, Ozempic, Wegovy, whatever you want to call it, it goes by a few different names, but it actually increases the pancreas's ability to make more insulin for when people have that higher blood sugar. So just like when you work a muscle out, so if you're doing a bunch of curls and you notice that your bicep gets bigger, that's a phenomenon called hypertrophy. Basically breaking something down or using something more frequently to cause it to grow. Well, we don't want that in our organs. We don't want our organs to have hypertrophy because it makes them bigger and they're already the right size. And so pancreatitis, I think it's being overworked by using this drug to put out more insulin to manage the blood sugar that's being mismanaged. And that is causing an inflammation and an overgrowth of the pancreas. That causes abdominal pain in itself, which was one of the symptoms. And so those people who reported the abdominal pain maybe had pancreatitis going along with it. So here's kind of the underlying subconscious issue that I have with this drug. There is no such thing as a silver bullet. I'm sorry. If there was, we would have found it by now. If there was one easy way and non-harmful way to go lose weight and be healthier in general, everybody would be doing it. Just like everybody's kind of running out to go get this Ozempic drug. Yeah, they're losing weight, but they're also getting a paralyzed stomach, which what do you think that's going to do in the long run? So if you hear of people utilizing this tool and you think to yourself, even subconsciously, oh, that's the silver bullet. That's the thing that's going to make it happen and make it work and be so easy. Just know that that just doesn't exist. If you've ever had an experience that you worked your butt off for and you achieved something great, there was no silver bullet. And you felt so good because you worked so hard. You got to see the fruits of your labor. And it's the same thing with weight loss. It's the same thing with maintaining a healthy weight and a healthy lifestyle. You got to put in the work. Because just like anything else, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Now, if you have already taken this drug and maybe had some benefit, maybe had some kind of negative side effects along with it, that's okay. You were working with the information that you had at the time. We are always doing the best with the tools that we have. So now you have a little bit more information. Maybe this video helped you realize that this isn't the right solution for you, especially if you're one of my Hashimoto's people that follow me and you're thinking that you want to lose weight with this drug. Know that it is not a good option for you. I would not recommend it at all. Maybe I've saved you from going down a path of stomach paralysis or pancreatitis or medullary thyroid cancer. And if you have started on that path, just know it's okay. You can stop anytime. Talk to your doctor about maybe stopping this protocol and see what other options there are. Remember, there's no silver bullet out there. you are going to do the work and you're going to be so much prouder of yourself at the end after making sustainable changes that you need in life. Unpopular opinion, I'm sorry to break the hard news to you, but it had to be done. Again, I'm Dr. Charlene Lawrence, and as always, be well.